skills. They want to know how skills and the VB MAPP are similar and how they are different. So maybe you could take one brief second here at the start, Dr. Nadowski, to tell us a little bit about what the VB MAPP is.
The VB MAPP is just a very popular assessment in the ABA field. It was developed by Mark Sundberg. Its intention is to identify the skills that kids need to learn for mostly language skills, but it also includes some other areas as well. Okay. The way that it is similar to skills is that both of our assessments are, in terms of when we assess language, we subdivide it similarly. So we subdivided according to Skinner's functional analysis of language, where he identified different verbal operant types. So we actually have questions to look to see if kids are doing each of those different kinds of verbal behaviors. So we kind of use the exact terminology, I guess you could say, in terms of looking at echoics, mans, tax, and introverbals, which are different kinds of subtypes of language. So that's one way that we're similar. The way that I would say that we're different is that the ages at which we are focusing in on are a little different. So I think the VB MAPP goes up to 48 months or 4 years of age, whereas skills goes up to more like age 10 or 11. We also, in skills, we don't just mainly assess language, although I know that the VB MAPP does go beyond just language. It's not as comprehensive once it goes beyond language. So once it's getting into things like social skills and play skills and whatnot, it becomes a little less comprehensive. Whereas our assessment is supposed to be comprehensive across 8 different areas of functioning. 2 major ways we're different is that we have a very comprehensive assessment for executive functions, and we have a very comprehensive assessment for social cognition, or what we also refer to as perspective taking, and then also an extremely comprehensive social skills assessment as well. So some of the areas, I guess, in which it assesses is also different. Also, our assessment has got some psychometric research on it, showing both that it's the language subscale is reliable, and also showing that the entire assessment is valid. And we have published both of those 2 research studies. I think that makes us the only ABA-based assessment that actually has any psychometrics on it. And then last, I would say, is that skills is also a curriculum, whereas the VB MAPP is an assessment. So those are the main similarities and differences.
Okay, so once you take the assessment in skills, you can plug it directly into lessons that you can teach, where the VB MAPP, it just is an assessment to see where you are.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't provide you with lesson plans.
Right.
The thing is they do a good job of making it pretty intuitive, to where each of the items that you're testing, you can kind of get an idea of how you would turn that into a lesson. I think anyone who's familiar with ABA treatment would have no problem doing that. However, I don't know that parents necessarily would know how to do that.
Okay.
So yeah, it's not technically a curriculum because they don't have lesson plans.